Faster follow-up shots. This is one of the most talked about skills in shooting, whether you're watching military footage, competitive shooting, or even action movies. But what does it really mean, and why does it matter so much? Today, we're diving deep into the concept of faster follow-up shots, what influences them, and how they separate average shooters from elite performers. When people hear faster follow-up shots, they often think it's just about pulling the trigger quickly. But in reality, it's far more complex. It's about control, rhythm, and efficiency. A follow-up shot is every shot that comes after the first one, and the speed at which you can deliver accurate follow-up shots can determine effectiveness in both combat and competitive scenarios. At its core, faster follow-up shots are about how quickly you can recover from recoil and realign your sights or optics on target. Every time a firearm is discharged, it generates recoil, an upward and rearward force. This movement disrupts your aim, even if only slightly. The key is how quickly and consistently you can bring the weapon back on target. Now, let's talk about why this matters. In real-world scenarios, whether military or law enforcement, a single shot is not always enough to neutralize a threat. The ability to fire multiple accurate shots in rapid succession can be critical. In competitive shooting sports, like practical shooting or three-gun competitions, faster follow-up shots can shave seconds off your time and give you a serious edge over your competitors. But speed alone is not enough. There's a common misconception that faster always means better. That's not true. Accuracy is king. The real goal is controlled speed, being fast while maintaining precision. A shooter who fires rapidly but misses the target is far less effective than someone who fires slightly slower but lands every shot where it counts. So, what actually affects your ability to deliver faster follow-up shots? One of the biggest factors is recoil management. This includes your grip, stance, and how you handle the firearm during firing. A firm, consistent grip helps control muzzle rise. Your stance, balanced and stable, absorbs recoil more effectively. These fundamentals are the foundation of fast shooting. Another major factor is the firearm itself. Different firearms behave differently under recoil. For example, heavier firearms tend to have less felt recoil, making them easier to control for rapid shots. Semi-automatic firearms also play a big role, as they automatically cycle the next round, allowing for quicker follow-up shots compared to manually operated systems. The design of the firearm also matters. Features like muzzle devices, recoil systems, and ergonomics can significantly impact how quickly a shooter can get back on target. Modern rifles and pistols are often designed with these factors in mind, making them more controllable and efficient. Then there's the role of training. Faster follow-up shots don't just happen, they are developed through practice and repetition. Professional shooters spend countless hours refining their technique, building muscle memory, and improving their reaction time. It's not just about shooting more, it's about shooting smarter and focusing on consistency. Timing and rhythm are also crucial. Experienced shooters often develop a natural cadence when firing. Instead of rushing, they maintain a steady rhythm that allows them to stay in control. This rhythm helps them balance speed and accuracy, ensuring that each shot is deliberate and effective. Another important element is sight tracking. This refers to how well you can visually follow your sights or reticle during recoil. Skilled shooters don't lose sight of their target, they track the movement and anticipate when the sights will return to alignment. This allows them to fire the next shot at the exact right moment. Let's also touch on trigger control. Smooth and consistent trigger manipulation is essential for fast follow-up shots. Jerking the trigger can throw off your aim and disrupt your rhythm. Instead, controlled and deliberate trigger presses help maintain accuracy even at higher speeds. Now, when we look at elite military units or competitive shooters, what sets them apart is not just speed, it's efficiency. Every movement is optimized. There's no wasted motion. From the way they grip the firearm to how they transition between targets, everything is refined to maximize performance. In modern warfare and tactical environments, faster follow-up shots can be the difference between success and failure. Soldiers are trained to engage targets quickly and effectively, often under high-stress conditions. The ability to deliver rapid, accurate fire ensures they can respond to threats with precision and confidence. In competitive shooting, we see this skill taken to another level. Top competitors can fire multiple accurate shots in fractions of a second, maintaining incredible control and consistency. Their ability to manage recoil, track their sights, and maintain rhythm is truly impressive. But it's important to remember that this level of performance doesn't come overnight. It requires dedication, discipline, and a deep understanding of the fundamentals. Even small improvements in technique can lead to noticeable gains in speed and accuracy. Technology has also played a role in enhancing follow-up shot performance. Modern optics, improved firearm designs, and advanced materials have made it easier for shooters to control recoil and maintain accuracy. However, technology is only a tool, it's the shooter's skill that ultimately makes the difference. Another interesting aspect is the psychological factor. Confidence plays a big role in shooting performance. When a shooter is confident in their ability, they are more relaxed and controlled, which leads to better results. Hesitation or overthinking can slow you down and disrupt your rhythm. Environmental factors can also influence follow-up shots. Conditions like wind, lighting, and terrain can affect visibility and stability. Skilled shooters learn to adapt to these conditions, maintaining their performance even in challenging environments. Now, let's talk about common mistakes. One of the biggest errors is trying to go too fast too soon. Many beginners focus on speed without mastering the basics, which leads to poor accuracy and inconsistent performance. It's important to build a solid foundation before pushing for speed. Another mistake is improper grip or stance. Without a stable platform, recoil becomes harder to control, making fast follow-up shots nearly impossible. Consistency is key. Every shot should feel the same, with the same grip and posture. Overcompensation is another issue. Some shooters try to fight recoil too aggressively, which can actually make things worse. Instead of forcing the firearm back on target, it's better to work with the natural movement and guide it smoothly. So, how do you improve your follow-up shots? It starts with mastering the fundamentals. Focus on grip, stance, and trigger control. Practice consistently and pay attention to your technique. Small adjustments can make a big difference over time. Dry practice, where you simulate shooting without live ammunition, can also be incredibly helpful. It allows you to focus on mechanics and build muscle memory without the distraction of recoil and noise. Live practice should be structured and purposeful. Instead of just firing rounds, focus on specific goals, such as maintaining accuracy while increasing speed. Track your progress and identify areas for improvement. Watching experienced shooters can also provide valuable insights. Pay attention to their technique, timing, and movement. There's a lot to learn from observing how professionals handle their firearms. In the end, faster follow-up shots are about more than just speed, they're about control, precision, and efficiency. It's a skill that combines physical technique, mental focus, and consistent practice. Whether you're interested in military applications, competitive shooting, or simply understanding how firearms are used more effectively, this concept is a key part of the bigger picture. It highlights the importance of discipline, training, and continuous improvement. And that's what makes it so fascinating. It's not just about pulling a trigger, it's about mastering a complex set of skills that work together seamlessly. The next time you see someone firing rapidly and accurately, remember the level of control and practice that goes into every single shot. Because in the world of shooting, it's not just about how fast you can fire, it's about how fast you can fire and still hit your target.